So once again, please help me welcome Sebastian, the Tyrant Inferno Fundora.
How you doing, bud? How you doing? Everything's good.
Awesome. Well, it's great to have you on. Your opponent, Chordale Booker, is also on as well. So, Sebastian, I'll ask you just a quick couple of questions. As you get ready for March 22nd, you last won it nearly a year ago, your world titles. And this past year, certainly, I'm sure, has been a little bit frustrating for you. There's been several rumors of different names, different opponents, but now you have a fight and you got it against a very tough Chordale Booker. How did you land on this fight, and what is the thought process going into March 22nd?
With everything going on last year, that's just boxing. Things change all the time. Opponents fall through, events fall through. That's just the business of boxing. With Booker, we've been training hard, ready to fight, ready to have our first defense for our unified titles.
Now, you are someone that is a great model to look at in regards to overcoming adversity. You've had a tough draw, you've had a loss, and you've been able to bounce back to become a world champion. What have you learned about yourself through all of that at the age of 27 and now a world champion?
Just to do what I always do, just continue to go and do what I've been doing this whole time. We're all professional boxers. We're all trying to achieve world champion status. And I'm here now, but of course there's a couple obstacles along the way, but to continue to do what you do, what you train for, and to do it good.
All right. Well, now I'll turn things back over to Andrew. There's media members on board that I'm sure want to fire away some questions at you, as well as Booker, as he's still on with us as well. So our main event, March 22nd. Andrew?
Yeah, thank you very much, Miguel. We'll go back to Jake Donovan real quick here. Jake, please unmute yourself, and if you have any questions for Sebastian.
I do. Hey, Sebastian, good catching up with you. Great to see you back in the ring. For the year that you had, I know from winning Zoo, then that downtime to not being able to fight in 2024, how much satisfaction did you get in being able to see Gabriella accomplish everything she was able to last year?
Yeah, me and my fight that year, that was a great win for us. But yeah, just watching my sister dominate the division, that was a blessing. We both work at the same time. We both see each other train and put in the hard work, and just seeing her do that is a dream come true through her actions, but I saw it through my eyes as well.
All right, cool. Matt said I'm going to be in a greedy pig, so I'm going to get off. Thank you very much, and great to see you on March 22nd.
All right, thanks, Jake. Our next media question is going to come from Cynthia Conte. Cynthia, please unmute yourself, and you can ask your question.
Hi, Sebastian. Good to see you back in the ring. We were just talking about your sister. Since you've had the whole year, the fallouts of fights, what are things that you and your sister talk about? Since you both have now made history as the only brother and sister undisputed champions, what kind of advice does she give you? Because when you're sitting there ready to fight and it falls out, she understands what you're going through. What's the kind of conversations that go back and forth between you two?
Just to do what we always do. She sees everything we do. She's almost like my dad's second hand, or I'm the second hand for her fight. We know what we do in the ring. We see everything we do. It's just to go out and prove to everybody else what we've been doing.
And then lastly, you talked about the difficulties of fights falling out. And, that is it does suffer mentally on you. What do you do for yourself? What do you tell yourself? What do you do to get back in there? Because you're going to go in and put your belt on the line for the first time against a very tough opponent in Booker.
I don't see anything crazy negative or affects me mentally. I think if anything, it just takes some time. But, the whole time I'm training, it's nothing crazy for me. All boxers train all year round. This is not a seasonal sport. So it's just continue to do what we do. And when the fight comes, we take it.
Cynthia, our next media question is going to come from James Bell. James, please unmute yourself and you can ask your questions.
All right, here, one question for Sebastian here. You talked about there earlier about the inactivity, but, you're still there as the WBC and WBO super welterweight champion. So what are you looking to do here for March 22nd to, kind of like have your name stamped there as not just only in there the top 5, but show that you could be the #1 fighter at 154 pounds?
I just gotta do what I always do: win, put on a good performance, and just do my job like always.
All right. Thanks very much, James. We have time for just a couple more media questions here. Next up, Jim Conlon, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Hi, Sebastian. I suppose, Sebastian, you mentioned about the business of boxing, but we can't get away from the possibility of the potential dream fights maybe in the future of Errol or Bud. As far as you're concerned, is the door open? As far as you're concerned in the future, is it always open, or is that door closed now in terms of Spence or Crawford for you?
Those are big fights. Those doors are always open. I love a fight between the two, either of them. This division's very stacked. We have lots of talent. You'll see it March 22nd with our fight. But I'm excited for whoever we have next as well, too.
All right. Excellent. Thanks for that, Jim. And our last media question for today is going to come from Matt Brown. Matt, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Sebastian, I got to ask you, what happened with the whole Errol Spence saga? Obviously, we thought you were coming back in October, then November, then December, then March, and then I'm hearing June or July. What happened from your end, and what do you know about what happened with Errol Spence Jr.?
We were ready to fight. They kept just switching the dates. I don't know what happened on Spence's. I can't speak on Spence's behalf, but we were ready to fight. The dates kept changing for whatever reason, but I don't know. We were training since May of last year for whatever was to come. They gave us a name like Spence. It didn't happen, but here we are now, March 22nd with Booker. Big, good fight in Vegas, and we're ready.
All right, excellent. Thanks for that, Matt, and thanks to all the media that joined us today. Thank you as well to both Sebastian and Chordale for taking the time. With that, I'll turn things back over to our host, Miguel Flores, to wrap things up.
All right, of course. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you to all the media members joining us. We'll get to final comments from both men. Chordale, I'll start with you first. March 22nd, as you mentioned, opportunity of a lifetime. There's no place, no position you'd rather be. March 22nd, what goes down?
March 22nd, you can expect me to go out there. And like I said, I'm going to do whatever it takes to win, whether that's fight inside, fight on the outside, move my feet, move my head. I'm doing anything I can. This is the biggest opportunity of my lifetime. Every boxer, this is what we dream of. Any boxer who is in the amateurs, this is what you're dreaming of. Like, you want to turn pro and you want to be able to fight for a world title. And I'm doing it in Las Vegas and on Amazon Prime. I couldn't have dreamed of a better opportunity. And I'm actually I'm trying to do something. My biggest task against the tallest task, literally and figuratively, on March 22nd.
All right. Thank you so much, Chordale. And now I'll turn things over to the champ. Sebastian Fundora, you were once in Booker's position before. You were the hunter. You were looking to become a champion. Now you are the hunted, being a world champion. March 22nd, what can fans expect in the main event?
I expect a great fight. Fundora always brings a great fight. And now he has titles, so now it's time to defend them. So I'm happy to have my first title defense in Las Vegas with Booker, and it's going to be a great night for boxing.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to all the fighters that joined us on our virtual press conference. We very much look forward to March 22nd, PBC Championship Boxing on Prime Video. You don't want to miss it from Michelob Ultra Arena in the fight capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, March 22nd, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you fight week for March 22nd.